Alrighty guys, welcome. Having a look here at increasing or decreasing by a percentage. This question on the left, we're going to start with increasing by a percentage. We'll move across here a little bit later and look at decreasing. But basically, the question is asking us to increase the value of my bike by 20%. Now I've got my bike here and it's worth $200 as you can see. What we're looking at doing is increasing the value of that. So the answer that we're going to get at the end is going to be more than $200, okay? At the moment, what we need to understand is that bike is worth 100% of its value currently as it is, okay? And what we are wanting to do is we're wanting to add 20% onto the value of that bike, okay? So in actual fact, we are trying to find 120% of the value of my bike, okay? Now, if you think back to the previous video where we're finding a percentage of an amount, we're finding 120% of $200. So we've got to get that away from that percentage and convert it to that decimal, and we do that by dividing it by 100. So if we do that, my multiplier now becomes 1.2, and remember we get to that by doing 120 divided by 100 on our calculator. Okay, so my multiplier is now 1.2, and I'm going to multiply that by the value of my bike, and I get an answer of $240. Okay, so we've gone and found the 20%, which is the additional $40, and we've added it onto the original value of 200 all in the one step. So it becomes quite easy. Okay, so that's increasing the value of something by a percentage. When we come across here and look at decreasing the value of a bike, okay, in this case it's by 10%. Again, we've got our bike here and it's got a value of $500. Now currently, again, that bike is worth 100%. That's 100% of the bike that we're trying to find as it is at $500. We are trying to decrease the value of that bike by 10%. So we no longer have 100% of the value of the bike. We're taking 10% away, which means we're now trying to find 90% of $500, okay? We're at the same point here, okay? We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna convert that to a decimal, and again, that is done by going 90 parts out of 100 on our calculator to get that multiplier of 0.9. So to work that out simply, it's you multiply 0.9 by the value of your bike, and that's going to do it all in one. It's going to find out what that 10% is, and it's going to take it away. It's going to leave us with a value of $450, okay? Okay guys, we've now got some questions here for you to have a look at. The left-hand side here is looking at decreasing the following amounts by the percentage given. So this is $600 decreased by 40%, 60 kilos decreased by 10%. Right hand side, we've got increasing the following amounts by the given percentage. So 200 meters, we want to increase that by 20%. 150 meters, increase that by 30%. Hit pause on your video, guys. When we come back, we'll have the answers up and we'll go through the solutions quickly. Okay, here's the start of our working out for each of the answers, guys. Left hand side here, decrease $600 by 40%. If we take 40% off, we're only left with 60%. So that's where I get my 0.6 from. 0.6 times 600 leaves me with $360, okay? 60 kilos decreased by 10% means I've got 90% left. That's where I get my 0.9. 0.9 times 60 will leave me with 54 kilos, okay? Right hand side, looking at increase 200 by 20%. I've already got the 200, I need another 20%, so it's 120%, that's where I get my 1.2. That turns into 240 meters. And question B, 150 meters by 30%, we want to increase it. We've already got the 150 meters, which is the 100%. We want to add another 30% onto that. So 1.3 times 150 gets me 195 meters. Hope you had some success.